The next thing is, I really don't like statistics, but whatever. Media consumption, big red up here says newspapers are in trouble, magazines not far behind, TV holding up in general in terms of consumption. So not too bad. I was out last night with a couple investors in the media industry in Australia who essentially told me regional radio remains king. Regional television just behind that, national television, they think the newspaper's dying a slow and painful death, and all really trying to figure out what their revenue model is going to be for their digital product. So that was, a couple hours over dinner talking to a couple media analysts. That's what I walked away with. And then you see all the growth down here. And web-based stuff, quick statistics. This one I think is very interesting for brands, and I'll just use that quote broadly, brands in Australia, that 75% of Australians visit a social networking site in June 2009. So that's when we kind of did a snapshot. So 75% of Australians. I don't believe this, frankly. I think you probably discount that number by about a third, because I think respondents in this survey are probably thinking they should have visited a social networking site, or they thought it was a dating service. So this is probably overstated, but I think even if it's half, even if it's 40%, that starts to for me, underscore the notion of peer-to-peer communication, that we're looking to our peers in social networking sites as part of our daily and ongoing conversation with the market, if you will. The second point is 48% of Aussie internet users have read a blog content and 20% reading blogs on a daily basis. This one I kind of buy. And this one I buy because when you see blogs and discussion boards, blogs in particular in Australia that have taken off, they've taken off under the credibility of a mainstream media brand. So when the Sydney Morning Herald reporters and editors started to do blogs, you started to see blog traffic in Australia go up, and the same with the Australian, and you name the mainstream media brands. So as the mainstream media brands have transitioned into, because they're highly trusted, have transitioned into a web-based channel, they've pulled a lot of traffic with them, and they've suddenly allowed readers who tend to be highly interested in issues and policies and certainly current events, readers have this ability to interact with these people and to become part of the story, if you will. So this one I buy, and I think this is pretty interesting. And just relative to other markets, you're actually lagging a little bit, which again isn't surprising to me because your broadband penetration is generally lower, and because you're such a massive morning newspaper market, you like to get that ink on your fingers still.